How to make a charcuterie board. Impress guests with flavor, style, and simplicity. What if you could turn everyday ingredients into a gourmet centerpiece that impresses guests before they even take a bite? Charcuterie isn't just a trend, it's a creative, crowd-pleasing way to serve food that's as beautiful as it is delicious. The best part? You don't need culinary training to pull it off. Welcome to HowExpert Tip of the Day, where we bring you real-world tips from our how-to guides on all topics from A to Z. Today's topic: how to make a charcuterie board that looks stunning, tastes amazing, and makes you feel like a hosting pro. No stress, no fuss. Let's start with the foundation: your board. This could be a wooden cutting board, a marble slab, a slate tray, or even a large serving platter you already own. The key is to choose something flat, clean, and visually neutral. You want your food to be the star, not the background. If you're hosting a small group, a 12 by 18-inch board is ideal. Bigger gathering? Just scale up or build 2 boards. Next, build your structure around 3 core pillars: cheese, meat, and contrast. Think of cheese as the anchor. Choose a variety of textures and flavors: one soft, one hard, and one bold. For example, creamy brie, aged cheddar, and a funky blue cheese. Arrange these first, spaced evenly apart. They'll help guide where everything else goes. Now, the meat. This is where you add savory flavor and visual flair. Use thin slices of prosciutto, salami, or soppressata, and fold or roll them for texture. Tuck them next to the cheeses or shape them into little rosettes. Variety matters here: some mild, some spicy, and ideally different textures to keep things interesting. If you're serving vegetarians, you can substitute roasted vegetables or marinated mushrooms to offer that same savory punch. Here's where the magic happens: contrast. Every board needs sweet, salty, and crunchy accents to round it out. Add green and black olives for briny notes, then fresh fruit like grapes, strawberries, or dried apricots for sweetness. Crackers, baguette slices, and breadsticks bring the crunch, and don't be afraid to mix textures. Seedy crackers next to buttery crostini makes each bite unique. Want to level up? Add a few small bowls for spreads or dips. Fig jam, honey, Dijon mustard, or an herby cheese spread can transform how guests pair bites. These should be spread out on the board to add height and give the layout dimension. Bonus tip: place soft spreads or items in bowls first. This helps build around them more easily and avoids last-minute juggling. Now let's talk layout. Start with your anchors. Place your cheeses, then bowls of spreads or olives. Next, arrange meats near each cheese to encourage pairing. Fill in gaps with crackers and fruit. Finally, sprinkle in nuts, herbs, or edible flowers to fill small spaces and bring visual variety. You want the board to look abundant, not cluttered but full. This gives it that wow effect. There's one rule of thumb you should always follow: color and texture contrast makes everything pop. Put red grapes next to pale cheddar, green olives beside thin pink slices of prosciutto. Try to keep similar colors apart so the board feels dynamic and balanced. It's not about symmetry, it's about flow. Another pro move? Let your cheese come to room temperature. Pull it out 30 to 60 minutes before guests arrive. Cheese at room temp is softer, creamier, and more flavorful than when it's straight from the fridge. And don't forget small knives or serving spoons near each item. You want guests to easily grab, spread, or cut what they need without asking. Now, if you're serving a themed event, holiday, birthday, or even brunch, add personalized touches. For a fall board, think roasted squash, dried cranberries, and maple almonds. For summer, fresh berries, cucumber ribbons, and lemon zest goat cheese are great additions. A themed board not only elevates the experience but shows your attention to detail. One more thing: don't overthink perfection. The beauty of a great charcuterie board is that it's informal, flexible, and meant to be enjoyed. No one is grading your layout or judging how symmetrical your salami stacks are. What people will remember is the taste, the creativity, and the fun they had making their own bite combinations. Charcuterie is more than just food, it's an experience. It sparks conversation, invites people to explore flavors, and brings people together around a shared love of taste and presentation. So next time you host, skip the stress. Pick a board, gather your favorites, and build a spread that turns snacks into a showstopper. HowExpert publishes how-to guides on all topics from A to Z. Visit howexpert.com to learn more.